Achieve success with Global.MEDIA.com. Every step forward is a new beat to your drum. Achieve success with Global.MEDIA.com. Then celebrate it with or without champagne.
Yay! Welcome everyone. Happy Tuesday. Last Tuesday of February already. Imagine that. How quick the year is going, right? Is it just me? I'm sure it's not just me. I'm sure it's everyone. Our time is going and our time is now, which brings our conversation today into even more relevance. So welcome. I can't see who's here yet. My comments is on. My LinkedIn event is on as well. Dr. Augusta, I see you. Welcome, Dr. Augusta. So I'm taking my spot in the front row. You are Dr. Augusta. You definitely are. Dr. Gwendolyn, our superhero who works passionately on children's literacy. She works across the world how to improve literacy in schools, and so that wherever there's kids, and so I guess I should try to tackle the problem that we know exists, the problem of children not having a low reading age. Not just children, adults have a low reading age. And it's normally the Black kids who are affected the most. Dr. Gwendolyn writes books about them, teaches governments, teaches schools, turns schools around, all the things that you can imagine this woman's done. She's written about 20 books. So I'm glad you're here. Crystal, I see you. I'll bring you up on stage. I haven't seen you for a while. How you doing? So Crystal is in the studio as well. Linda, welcome. Linda, I'm waiting to start this mental awareness room that we've been talking about for a long time, right? Thank you so much. Oh, that's when it says closing reading gaps. Yeah, and opening minds. Using creative methods, Dr. Gwendolyn, so I know you're definitely there. I said, Augusta, I don't know why I can't see you on here. I really haven't got a clue why I can't see you here. Coach David, you found your way. Coach David is my next superstar, by the way, in case anyone is wondering. He's written two amazing books, two huge books, 300, 400 pages. You know, and anyone who knows me knows those size books kind of scare me. But of course, his topics are important, so that's why he's written the books. We're starting his audio rooms, which will build towards his book launch on Friday. So you get to meet him, get to find out all about his genius. You will like him, so do connect with him for sure. So Nesh, I see you as well. And David, thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much, everyone. Now, Coach David, come to the studio. Come and talk. Come so people actually see you and hear you. Now, you can see what it looks like from this side of the studio as opposed to the audience side. Yeah, but either way, now on Friday, it's you and I, so we'll host a party for our friends. So Michael's here, Professor Roxana is here as well. Glad you're here. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I always appreciate everyone who gives me any amount of their time. Of course, contributing to our conversation through the comments or through coming on stage and sharing, then I will be forever grateful. For those who don't know, I am Eni Osong, and my business is making people famous. I want everyone to know who you are. I just mentioned about Coach David, and I say it's about making people know who you are, your genius, how you help, and I guess what they can call on you for. My real aim is to build your trust, your authority in the field, people to know, like, and trust you, and they want to utilize your services. That's why I do what I do. So, but on a good day, I will combine my services. So I tend to help people to write books, publish their books, and sell their books. Welcome, Margaret. I see you. Glad you're here. Superwoman, I call you. I'm glad you're here. I really am glad you're here. Look, the link to the comments, the link to join the studio is in the comments page. So do check that out, and if you want to come and share, please do. I see Cyrus has joined us, Mr. Podcast himself, Mr. Audiobooks himself, and anything that involves doing podcasts, talk to Cyrus for sure. And that theme music you can hear me play was created by the genius of Cyrus as well. So do connect with him for sure. Great to have you here, Cyrus. Glad you're here. Anthony, I see you too. Thank you so much for being here. Kiefer, welcome. So glad you're here. And the legend Michelle Ramos is here too. Yay. Yes, a little bit in between these Zooms and with the legal teams there. Michelle has her own legal battles that prevent her talking half the time these days. It's rather unfortunate. But then you'll win the battles, Michelle, and then you'll be back. But Michelle's writing her book as we speak. So, yeah, I'm always in awe and I wait to publish the book, my friends. Okay. Enough talking from me. No, it's not enough talking. I got to talk some more, right? What can I say? Look, our topic today is a huge one for me and for us. So this room is the what if room. What if you did? What if you achieve your bold idea? What if you create something that the world needs? What if you achieve your dreams? What if you become the billionaire, trillionaire that you dream of or plan to be? So a lot of us think, what if it goes wrong? I guess we started this room with the idea of people thinking the other way. What if it goes really well? What if I do great things? Because we can, right? The truth is, any of us here can achieve greatness with I guess whatever we're doing now. That's the truth of it, right? Whatever we're doing now, we can achieve greatness. Think of that for a second. You really can achieve absolute global expert status and all the success you dream of. In the next 5 years, if only you believed you could, right? Because I'm sure, take it from me, you really, really can. Right. So that's what I want to discuss. Coach David, give me a second. I'm just on Margaret's profile. I'm gonna take the link from that I shared with her, and Joni as well. Do come and talk to me. Come and talk to us. Come and share. The way that you build credibility, the way that you accept people, others build their credibility in a way that you can trust them. I do think we'll complicate the picture a bit, but I'll leave that for a second. Okay. So what is credibility? What is authority? What does it mean to have influence? I'll keep it quite simple. I keep using the word credibility because I think deep down, to be the person who achieves your bold idea, you need people to believe you, to trust you. Some of those people you will have control over in that you can instruct them, you can guide them. Think of your team, for example. You can tell them, here's what you need to do to achieve our goals, to achieve whether it's a task goal, a project goal, or any other goal, right? And your team must believe you. They must have faith in you. They must think and believe that you are trustworthy and you're credible, that you're not just talking rubbish. That's authority. See, many people have no authority, but they have influence. Again, think of influence on social media, for example. They have no formal role, but people listen to what they say. Again, you have to be that person who can influence people, not just your employees. I just mentioned with your authority, you have to be able to influence potential customers, potential investors, partners, stakeholders, even suppliers. There's a time, if you can't convince them that you are that person who can make this bold idea happen, why would they want to support you or do business with you? It's pretty much impossible. This is why I say we need to learn how to build our authority and our influence for people to actually listen to us, support us, buy from us, and everything else that goes with being that person. So I keep talking about that person. Myself, I got a 15-year-old son, and his answer to most things is, "You're not that guy. You're just not that guy." I'm like, "What do you mean you're not that guy?" Essentially, if he thinks you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, his idea is that you're doing it because you think you are that person. the number one person in the world to do this thing. And he says most of the time, most people are just not that person. They're just not that guy, not that girl. It's not their place, right? I like that way of looking at life, because I guess I'm thinking in this room, all of us can be that guy. We can be that person. And it's not we are that person. If only we can practice and have patience in how to get on the journey to our bold idea. That's the conversation today, my friends. Now, let me welcome Alvaline. Alvaline, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Natalie, superstar Natalie, glad you're here. But Natalie's not feeling very well, but you are here. I appreciate you. And of course, I can see you doing your thing in the comments already. Luz, welcome as well. Thank you so much. Any platform instead of X? Any? You confused me completely. Okay. You totally can confuse my little mind. Okay. Right. That's the introduction. I have a lot to say, but let me not waste my time talking. Let me learn from the experts who are here. So we have 3 speakers on stage. I should bring you up. Professor Roxana, let's bring you up first, right? Michael, is that you breathing? I might have to mute you, Michael. Professor Roxana, talk to us. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm better for seeing you. I'll say that. Say that because, that book is here, Dr. Roxana. That book is here. In case you can't see it, my friends.
Wow.
In case you can't see
good.
it. On this new book. It looks snazzy.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Literally, it's about innovation in education technology. It's an amazing book. I think it looks brilliant. It looks brilliant from the front side, especially, and from the inside looks good as well. So I have just published this today, so I pressed the button.
Yes,
so
I saw you. They sent me an email. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, superb. Congratulations, what I say to you.
Wow, thank you.
It's part of our conversation, Dr. Roxana, where you have to believe that you can write the book, that you are the one to write the book.
Oh, yeah.
You have to believe that it is your gift to bring the message in your book to the world. And then, I have to have faith in you to say, okay, I'm going to work with you to publish a book. And our friends here have to have faith in you and give you some level of authority and influence to say, yeah, I want to read the book. So it's not an abstract concept. It really is a real concept, this authority and influence thing. Mm-hmm. What's your take?
Well, I believe that you have to have the expertise to command respect. You have to be authentic to foster trust. They have to trust you before your customers have to trust you before they can buy from you or stay and listen to you. And networking, just like we are now, you have to network with your community, bring them together. That's what I think. And you have to create content like you just did now, Annie, and continuously create content and show your expertise where you are, and interact actively with your audience. So that's that's what I think you have to do to show to command authority and influence to achieve your ideas, your bold ideas.
I think I love everything you say. I think, first of all, it is about trust. This is a conversation about how do you build trust. People don't trust you. They're not going to want to work with you. They're not going to want to do anything with you.
Yeah.
Your bold idea essentially is not going to happen because people don't believe in you. And of course, I think showing up and doing what you want, what you say you do, is so important. And I see a lot of people these days, Dr. Roxana, on here, and I'm looking at Sir Stanley Green in the audience. Welcome, Sir Stanley, the man behind Power Thinking. You know, Stanley's there every Wednesday. He's there every day. Sends me a DM every day with motivation quotes. You know, motivation concepts, and I'm saying he's doing his mindset, positive thinking, and power thinking every day. That naturally makes him the man who does that, right? I think we need to become the people who do what we say we do, rather than just talking. A lot of people just talk, and the ones who do consistently with discipline, they get seen. They get seen as people who do. And I was thinking the other day, as I was watching one of Dr. Amaka's cohort events that she does. She supports people to learn how to use LinkedIn by doing challenges. 21-day challenges. Thinking, wow, this lady really does do what she says. She's there she posts every day. She talks to people every day, like you say, interacting with the audience. You have to be part of people have to get to know you.
Yes, your community. You have to.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. Crystal, I see you. I'm going to meet you for a second, if that's all right. I will bring you up on stage. I know when I took you off stage. Sorry about that, Crystal. And I'm glad you're here. Now, but like I say, being the person who does what you do is important, and we must make ourselves that person. I totally agree with you. Yeah, thank you so much. Look, I'll move you. I'll move you from the center, then I'll bring you back in good time. I'm sure.
Okay.
More than welcome to have the conversation again.
And even if you want to move me down, I can go if you want me to.
Okay, I can remove you from stage, but I might bring you back up in good time, right? Lisa superstar. Glad you're here, Lisa. Lisa's a menopause holistic wellness genius. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here. Lisa and I got a room on Tuesday, not today, next week. We're going to talk about another issue that helps people with menopause live a happy, productive life. You don't know who Lisa is. You don't know who Lisa is. She's a co-author in a good couple of anthologies, if not 3. So she's a best-selling co-author. So do connect with her. She's the loveliest person there is in the world as well. That's why I think Lisa, all the credit in the world. Welcome, Lisa. Glad you're here. Where's Michael gone? Michael. No, Michael, where have you gone? No, Michael disappeared. Okay, we lost him. All right. So, Margaret, Superwoman, how are you? Margaret, yeah, you're on mute? Yeah, I think you're on mute.
I was.
Yeah, you're all right. How are you doing? It looks like a long time, but it's not really.
I'm blessed. How are you, superstar?
All right. Better for seeing you, is what I say. Better for seeing you.
You too. It was so good to see our co-author, Professor Roxana, listen to her amazing share and her expertise and her trust. And that's someone I highly respect as well, and look up to. So, but what was your question, Annie?
How do you build trust? Authority, and that's number one. Or now, which sort of people do you give or assign your trust and influence to?
Well, starting at home, I start with my daughter, right? Because, we build, hello, beautiful Crystal, how are you? And Coach David, hello. I started home with my daughter, because she is, that's a foundation, right? A trust is really all the basis of everything. So, in how I show up consistently and then, authentically and truthfully, I also liked Henry Stevenson Bettis's comment about truth in there too, because, when my daughter listens to me, she's not here right now, of course, she's in school, but when I'm doing this or I'm doing, the jam or I'm speaking in any events, she's listening to me and she listens to what I say. So if I'm saying something, so far I haven't said anything that isn't true out here, because if I was, she would call me up on it. You know what I mean? So I think, not only being consistent, but you also have to say when you can't do something. And that's something that I do say, because sometimes people will ask me, hey, can you do this? Or are you able to do that? And I'll be truthful and say, I don't have any knowledge of that, but I can find it out. And I think that's why people will follow you or look up to you, because they see, that you're not trying to be something you're not, or somebody you're not. You're not just talking out of, your left ear. You're actually showing up, in truth, and also, if I say I'm going to do something, I do 110% to try to really do it. If I can't do it, I'll just comment, hey, I couldn't be in your show, even though I wanted to, or whatever. And I think people really listen to that, and they really look for that. They're looking for somebody who is not always just telling you the pretty, nice, sweet things, but are going to apologize when they can't do something, or if, you know, um, and just being in truth. Hey, if I can't show up, I can't show up, but if I can, I definitely will. And I think that that's what they look for as well. And just valuing everyone too, you have to have a respect for people as well. Respect yourself. How you show up for yourself is how you're going to show up for others, and how you talk and how you walk, you're going to, project that onto others too. And I think people are really watching and listening. You don't think so? And it doesn't always seem like people are here, but they are, and they're always listening. I really believe that. My dad used to always tell me that when I was a little girl. He always told me, somebody is always watching. And this was before cameras and stuff like that. And it was probably because he was a military background, but he says, no, somebody's always watching you. Don't ever think that they're not. So. But thank you so much for letting me share, Annie. I appreciate you. Looking forward to hearing everybody else's share.
Yeah, thank you so much. There are many gems between you and Dr. Rosanna. We can go home now. And so you covered everything. I'm joking.
Second or charge or charge it it was off.
And I think that there is a truth. There is an importance of being a truthful person as you go along, as you say, show up. Tell the truth. But I think that there's the gems that you've given us, Margaret, really are down the lines of is how we carry ourselves, and it's also how we value people. Reap what you sow. I've been reading a book which made me come up with this topic today. So Nightingale's Lead the Field. And the topic is all about this, really. So it is all about. Towards the end, I'm sure I'll get my chance. But valuing people is key. So a lot of people think they have to do something, they have to be geniuses to influence people. We know many geniuses who are not leaders. We know many non-geniuses who are influencers and leaders, right? So I think it's about how you treat people. Ultimately, but so again, you made a point which can be easily bypassed. Margaret, can be easily not taken notice of when you said it's how we treat ourselves first of all, and that is the key. I've got 3 points that I will share at the end, but that's 2 of them, right? How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a person who's going to bring this bold idea to life, or don't you? If you don't, others won't see you as the same. They just won't see you as that person either. And then how do you treat people? If you treat people properly, if you value and respect them, they'll give you the value and respect back. Almost like you can get the authority and the influence without doing anything about just being a genuinely nice person. That's genius, Margaret. That's the truth, right? Thank you so much. You're a star. So
Speaking of trust, I don't want to break your trust by just streaming. I was going to ask you if I can stream to my YouTube audience as well.
Of course. Feel free.
But I wanted to ask permission because this is your live, and that is a trust thing.
Feel free.
Okay, now back to work.
Anyone who joins the studio has, you have the right, if you wish, to stream to any way you like, really. It doesn't affect my channel, so I'm all right with that. Dr. Leslie, welcome. And said, Dr. Leslie, our Goal Achieving Genius Coach. I'm glad you're here. The majority of people begin by not believing they can do it. That is a problem, Dr. Leslie, right? The question is, what has them begin to believe that they can? Oh, for me, I think, of course, I know from listening to you, Dr. Leslie, that it comes down to doing and then seeing results. When you do, you see results, you win, then you believe more in yourself. So each step, each time that you do, you win, you learn, and you develop a bit more, and so on and so forth, right? That's one way. But let me tell you that, in truth, for me, actually, I love to do based on what I see, what I experience. I just think that's more credible. But that is total rubbish. I just said that, right? My friends, take it from me. Don't wait till you see it. If you believe it, if you can visualize you succeeding to bring that bold idea to life, you're nearer to actually doing so. Then, as I say, you see, everything happens twice. First in your mind, and then in our reality. So, give yourself, be that person who truly believes you can do this. Of course, many things have to fall into place after your belief, right? You have to learn. You have to do what Margaret talked about. So, showing up, and valuing, learning how to manage people, how to relate to people. Of course, you have to learn some technical skills as well. How to run a business. These are all things that we would have to learn. So these are all things that move you along. So when you begin to amass or accrue these experiences, these learnings, that's when you can begin to think, okay, that's when you truly begin to get amongst that top 5% of people who do stuff. Now, the ones who do stuff, people go, oh, you're lucky. You're so lucky. Everything you do works. Like, no, I've done the work. I've become the person who does that. That's the truth. Dr. Leslie, if you think otherwise, I'm sure if I haven't explained it anywhere near close, please do forgive me. But do come and share with us. I'd love to learn from you, as I always do. Coach David, I'm coming to you next, my friend. So, William, welcome, super author William. So, international bestselling author. 14 times, if I remember rightly. No, 8 times, I think. 8 times I got before Christmas. I've got your book here, William. I have opened it, but I'm going to have to open it on video for everyone to see. Thank you for being here, my friend. Right, Coach David, welcome. Welcome. You made my day. Seeing you on stage has truly made my day. How are you doing? You have to unmute yourself first.
All right.
Yes, how are you?
I'm good. I was almost not going to come on stage because I wasn't ready, and I felt, So thank you for pushing me.
You know me, and most people here know what I'm like. I will keep pushing people as best I can, but it's not. No, I just push. You have to do. You have to turn up, so it's you that's here, right?
Yeah. Thank you so much, and thank you all the speakers, Crystal, Margaret. I can see Ezinne and Michael. Thank you. Awesome conversation so far. And Annie, you're a genius, a superhero any day. I say this all the time. And when it comes to treating people nicely, you have loads of what I call empathic intelligence. And thank you for that. I am excited to be on the platform. Permit me to back up a little bit about what if. You opened the conversation with what if.
Go for it.
I have a comment about what if. I've done some work about what if coincidentally, and what if is very powerful. What if is probably one of the top, if not the top three most important questions everyone should ask themselves daily. Then it should be top 5. I mean, what if is how you become anything you want to become. You first of all start life with not having anything, and then you start, in quotes, start asking, what if I have the first degree? What if I got a second degree? What if? And the interesting thing about what if is that it's free. What if I'm the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom today? Nobody's going to fight you for that. It's just a question in your mind. Now, with that question comes the possibility thinking. It opens you to new vistas. The converse truth again is that if you're not saying what if positively, you're already saying it negatively. So those who don't use what if thinking at all, it's called Monte Carlo analysis, by the way. If you don't use what if, you're already using it negatively against yourself. You are already saying, what if I can't do it? There's no neutrality with what if. You're either saying what if and being very proactive and intentional, or your subconscious is playing a what if game of your history with you. So if you don't take the pen and paper and consciously bring it from the realm of the subconscious and write it down and think and brainstorm new possibilities, do not happen to your reticulous autonomous or activating system when you begin to think about new things for yourself. So we must do what ifs. And I have a what if group of friends.
I
Yes.
totally agree with you. You know, everything starts there, right? You know,
Everything.
if you don't dream, then nothing happens. You know, if you don't have a great thought, if you don't believe that you can be bigger than you are, you can do more than you are doing.
That's
You know,
it.
the what if concept. Nothing
Mhm.
changes, right? Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. And it's a very powerful thing. And so that's my comment about that. So it's either we do it consciously or subconsciously, our minds begin to play the history that we have and restrict our what ifs. So we're not even able to think about it. So about how to become an authority and influencer, you said the building blocks already. I'd just like to add a little bit to it. I mean, and it is what you do. I just add a little bit to the icing to make it more sugary and make the flavor nicer. Number one, there is what is the core of what you do absolutely fantastic. That has about 5 questions inside it. Do you do it easily? Do you do it nicely? Have you gotten previous feedbacks that you're really good at that? Let it not be that you think you're funny and then you're the joke. Many years ago, I was a stand-up comedian in my earlier days after my first degree. This almost 30 years ago. And I remember a very experienced comedian in my country, Nigeria. Ali was in one place I went to be MC. And afterwards, he came to hug me. And then he said to me, "You need to see me." So I went to his office to see him. And then he gave me a book of how to have a funny mind. That was the first book he gave me, how to have a funny mind and how to be funny. Then the third one was how to make your audience lighter, something like stirring them up. Now, up to that time, I didn't know I was the joke. So every time people were laughing, I was the one they were laughing at because I wasn't funny. So some people have that dissonance. Because you were funny in the context of you and your friends, you think you're going to be a comedian. No, I mean, get raw feedback. You feel you can cook, get raw feedback. Notice the unwritten codes and statements that people say. Notice the body language shift. Notice the change in the physiology. Make sure that you're looking for those subtle cues that show that you are a genius at it. Don't just take one experience or two. Look, practice on different audiences. Do your madness. I mean, it's free to be yourself. Whatever you think that thing is, deliver it in a way that is compelling and test it. That's the first thing. Test it so that if you are top 2 or top 3 in the economy, people will think about you first. If I think about being famous, the very easy, friendly way. Notice I said easy, friendly, calm, simple, motivational way. I'll go to any. Now, I know many fame experts. I've worked in the marketing comms group before, and I have fame understanding. Any is friendly and down to earth and easily makes things very clear without any air and is empathic. And I'm not stroking, I just met him, but I love the spirit. So everyone has a touch to their own gifting. So what is the unique touch to yours? That area you have, what is the unique touch? What is the unique selling advantage? Why should I come to you? If a 10,000 number shops open, there are 10,000 shops in the environment, why should I come to yours? Who are you at the point of unique advantage? And that is the first part. The second part is how many people know that you can do this? How many important people know that you can do this to this level? At some point, you have, so that's the multiplication, that core multiplied by how many people know. And you can change it to that core raised to the power of how many people know. But if you really, really, really want to grow it fast, how many people know raise to the power of what you do? Let your engine room not be that you could deliver something. Let your engine room be that you treat people nicely and people will vouch for you. And that is tricky because there'll be bad customers, there'll people that will misunderstand you, there'll people that will hurt you, there'll people that will do all stuff to you, there'll people that will lie against you. You must be transparent enough in your mind to follow your gift and that thing. Not as you're building authenticity, you're going to meet dirt, you're going to meet different kinds of people. You must not be hurt or bitter so that you lose the game and you walk out. You will have a reason to stop. It will come at you because you want to go global. And the bigger you go, the more nonsense and mess you would meet. In quotes, you must remain positive and have the same energy you started with. Those are my thoughts. Thank you so much.
They are genius, so clearly, I didn't know you were a comedian, so your last life, but I think everything you say I can agree with. Especially what is your unique genius. Again, there's a part of this conversation that requires us to do the right thing. The Coach David just mentioned, we have to show up. He said practice. I said deliver. Keep doing. Now, be a doer rather than a thinker. Be a doer rather than just thinking alone. I'm not saying don't think. I'm saying we need to combine doing. And doing is the biggest thing we can do to build our credibility, our authority, our influence. People who see us doing, they begin to believe that because they can see it for themselves that we can. We're not just saying we can. We live in a world of people who say they can and they don't do. Whereas those who do get known as the ones who do. I think even more importantly, if I'm being honest with you, I think we begin to convince ourselves that we're doers. Again, the world is full of people who want to do, don't do, and then the question Dr. Leslie asked earlier, what puts people off from being this person, the guy, the lady, the girl who does this? Because they don't do. They have ideas, they don't implement. Once you have a couple of ideas you don't implement, then you begin to doubt yourself. And Dr. Leslie mentioned again one of our comments, and I say, this is a confidence issue, really. It's where people don't have confidence in themselves. But by doing, we'll build that confidence. Dr. Augusta, I see you. Some people don't see the challenges, but the successes, right? And I think when you do, you're practicing, you're learning, you're developing your skills, you're overcoming challenges. And again, this is not just a practical, technical conversation in that sense. It's a mental, psychological, inner conversation that you have with yourself. Are you a doer or are you just a talker? It doesn't take much for us to convince ourselves we're just talking. Because when we think we're just talkers, we feel fear. We suddenly think we can't do it. What if they found out I'm a fraud? What if they realize I'm a joke? I am the joke. I heard you, Coach Navy. I heard you loud and clear. Auntie Joy, welcome as well. Welcome as well. I'm glad you're here. Auntie Joy is one of Martin Genius friends for sure. I don't know who Miss 702 is. Who's is this? I have no idea.
Miss 702 is joining us from my channel.
Superb. Excellent. Welcome.
Along with Tiff, who Tiff 420 as well. I posted all the channel links that I could get from you and David and everybody, and they have already subscribed to the channels as well in support. This is why I wanted to stream to my chat, my channel.
It's great to have new friends. Welcome, my friends. Do connect with us. I say that if you're on LinkedIn, especially, go to the event page afterwards and do connect with people.
A lot of them don't have LinkedIn accounts. They are my YouTube family, which I've spoken about a lot. So basically, I'm trying to boost your YouTube channels and things like that, and support in that way. Yeah.
So by all means, as I say, if you haven't got a LinkedIn account, what are you waiting for? LinkedIn's where it's at. I'll say that for sure, right?
I won't deny that. I mean, honestly, Annie, you were one of my very first friends on LinkedIn. And, you helped me grow and, you helped me build a lot of trust within social media and everything. So I love the fact that I was able to join you, but we were still talking with Mr. David. I just wanted to let you know who those people were in the chat.
Yeah, thank you. Now, Michelle, again, you've been very kind. I agree with David. Many years ago, I had to begin with simply one, and that's my Mentor evolved. So I went to 3 and then 5. Now it's like a dozen questions and thoughts and scenarios that you think about. So thank you so much. Of course, look, again, so back to my point about Coach David's points, we need to develop that unique quality, as I mentioned. And that unique quality can be a technical thing, can be a technical skill. How do you do what you do differently? A lot of people will tell you, well, my customer service is a differentiator. It's not. Any business worth their salt to deliver a great quality service. Otherwise, we'll lose customers, right? So the fact that you have a way to sell, the fact that you have a response when customers are unhappy doesn't make you unique. What is your unique quality? What's your unique advantage others don't have? Again, it doesn't take much to learn a unique advantage. Take it from me. I say now those who we call lucky, those who we call successful, those people have developed this unique quality. It's something, whatever it is, right? And the way to do it is simply to learn about your industry. Learn. Now, learn about your industry. How long has it been going? What do people do in your industry? Where's the industry going? Where's the future? Now, what's happened in the last 20 years? The question is that you must know. If you don't know the answer to the question, then start there. What you begin to do is see opportunities to do things a bit different. What are others not doing that you're willing to do? Now, what's your gift that you can sort of meld into the industry, and then you see different results for your clients? Again, go and look at the book. Lead the Field by Nightingale. There's examples in there. People who have literally looked around them and they've now found the grass is green on their side of the field by just doing tweaks to how things are done. We must do this too. Now we can't just sit there and expect to be in a different place with different results by keep doing the same things. That's the point, Coach David, right? To get different results, we need to do different things. That's reality of life, my friends. And again, I think Coach David mentioned this issue of who knows you. Again, and I'm a marketer. Of course, I would say, who knows? If no one knows you, how would they know to trust you? If no one sees you doing what you do, if no one knows you're doing what you're doing, your board idea might be the greatest thing ever, but it's not going to affect anyone's life, is it? Yeah, Coach David, marketing is a big part of everyone's board idea. We must get it out to people who know, who care, people who can use it, people who can move us forward. Now, this is part of the game. If you again, how many people do we know who've created something, but because they're not first to market, they lose that position? History is full of people like that. The first car wasn't created by Ford, but hell, Ford done the best marketing and they sold most cars. Here they are. I'm saying the first electric car wasn't created by Tesla. It was different Tesla, and the real Tesla himself. But then Musk comes along, he takes credit for it. I'm saying industries are full of people who do, but because of their marketing, they get known as that guy. In your field, you're going to get yourself out there to be known to resonate with anyone, and that's an opportunity. I think your point about it, this is what I think that it's exactly great. I think that's it. I think many of you here, many of my friends are quite generous people. You kind of your comments, you kind of your you make me blush. Okay, make me right. You know, whereas there's so few I hear people wax. Is it because people are TV? Again, I mentioned Dr. Amma, and her students and clients, they wax still. When I was there on Sunday, talk about how great the program is. I was getting touched on that this lady must be doing something truly amazing at what she's doing. See, it tells me, Coach David, that some people don't earn that. What's the word? Appreciation. I don't know what. We have to earn that from our customers. But I think it comes from us giving them love. It comes from us truly, when we truly, how to put it, right? Every morning, what's the first question we ask ourselves? Okay, whatever your question is, from tomorrow morning, try a different way. Every morning, when you get up, ask yourself a different question. Ask yourself this question: how can I serve more people today? Start there. And you'll be amazed what comes into your mind. You're amazed what you do with your day. That's where you start, as opposed to what you did yesterday. Serving those people is what we're here for. It's where the love comes from. That's where everything really starts. Coach David, thank you so much for your amazing share. Do connect with people in the audience. Rio for life.
Thank you so much.
Kim D, I see you. Welcome, Kim. Welcome so much. Thank you so much, Kim. We have no roller rink, but I'm having an event in March at the Armory. Krista, you know what that means?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah. Let's bring you on stage.
So a lot of people know that I'm going to Fort Lauderdale tomorrow for vacation. Well,
okay.
Lucky.
Yeah, thank you. Well, the roller skating rink that I grew up skating at has Throwback Thursdays.
Okay.
And Matt and I are going to Throwback Thursdays so he can have a bit of my childhood at the roller skating rink. And my friend Kim had just said her roller skates just came in yesterday. It'll be a big help with the marketing. So I made the comment that Matt and I were going skating Thursday, and that's where that came up with the no roller thing.
Oh, nice, superb. Thanks for explaining.
Mm-hmm.
I can run this just about.
If you see that little emblem next to the chat, that means it's coming from my channel.
Okay, now that's fine. That's it. Engage more, my friends, Crystal's friends as well. Thank you so much. What was Natalie say? So, if I balked at every obstacle challenge, I would not have reached my humble current personal professionally. It means a lot to building character building experiences between them and that. I totally agree with you, Natalie. We must be prepared to learn. We must be prepared for challenges.
Absolutely.
And how we face them is what makes us either leaders or influencers. And if we run away from every challenge, if we're scared, if we're emotionally drained and wrecked from every challenge, then we're going nowhere. Now, people support people, and they believe in people who are emotionally stable, people who face challenges and embrace and learn something, and then improve things for all of us. We'll do, right? You don't want someone who's going to keep throwing the toys out of the pram when anything goes wrong. You want someone who's going to say, okay, things going to be rocky along the road. Of course it is. Every journey is rocky, right? But I will face them as best I can, and let's see where we get to. Your team believes you, your customers believe in you, and the world just believes in you when you're that sort of person. Crystal, I've talked too much. Please share with us. What's your take on this topic?
Honestly, when it comes to building trust and being authentic, I'm pretty open book when it comes to it. you have helped me build my brand. You, Jen Lynn, Margaret, you know, a lot of my YouTube friends, you have helped me grow. I mean, from the very first audio room that I hosted that you came to, that 4 people came to now, the growth that I have seen in you and in myself is amazing, you know, and being authentic. Yeah. Owning when I'm faltering. I mean, I've sent you and a couple of other people messages, hey, I need help, you know, when I felt my room was getting out of control, asking for help, being just authentic. I'm struggling. You know, that to me helps build trust. And knowing that I can go to you or, you know, Cassandra or Natalie or Margaret or Tiff on my YouTube. You know, the community that I've built has helped build my brand and shown me who I want to be, how I want to lead. You know, a year and a half ago, I was just writing my first chapter for in a book, Rattled Awake 3. Now, look at this. I have published my own anthology. And, you know, a lot of people have helped me along the way with advice, with all of it, giving that voice, you know, and publishing and helping people write like you do, Annie. I mean, your catchphrase is that you enjoy you want to help people become famous. You know, you want to help them publish their books, you know, and you have helped guide me, even though we haven't physically worked together with a book project, which will happen. You know, but you have helped me and given me advice and shown me, you know, and no, I didn't write anybody's stories for them, Michelle. Every story that is in this book, they wrote themselves. Every single one. Yes. This is the anthology that I released over New Year's. The first in the series that it's going to be. You know, I had people from YouTube, I had people from LinkedIn sharing their stories.
I love the size of it, by the way. I love the size of the book. It's different to all the others, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is. My chapter is actually the shortest one, and it's about my sister who had passed away. She's actually in the angel section. All of the stories that are in here were written by the authors, not me. Yes, I helped edit. I helped trim up, but every word is by them, not me. I gave them back their voice and their power. And that's what this series is about. The mental health one that when I come back from Florida is for survivors that have disabilities that were targeted and getting their stories out, you know. And Annie, yes, you really did inspire me to go into publishing for myself, you know, helping them get the voice. You helped give me my voice by supporting me, helping me build my audio rooms. You helped with expose because you have such an amazing heart and you really do deserve the credit in helping build my brand just by being my friend and always uplifting and supporting me when I messaged, you know. I do. I give you a lot of gratitude for helping me. You helped me a lot more than you know, whether you actually saw me in the rooms or not. I have been paying attention. I may not be that visible on LinkedIn anymore, but I do show up. I do team replay a lot, you know. You even helped inspire my next really big project, which is the M&A Phoenix Foundation for survivors.
Go on, tell us more. Why not? Tell us more.
The M&A Phoenix Foundation is going to be twofold. It is going to be a physical sanctuary that I plan on breaking ground within 2 years. And I hopefully will have one in all 50 states eventually, and hopefully worldwide, whether it's under the M&A Phoenix brand or not. And then it will also be a virtual sanctuary where for those that don't need a physical sanctuary but they do need support groups and education. Leah loves the fact that I want to teach financial literacy for survivors, because a lot of us need that, and has agreed to donate a basics financial literacy video course to the foundation. We have a lot of people who want to help with this and it is inspired by Project Hope that Kristen Vaughn introduced me to, because for sex trafficking survivors. It's a 1 to 2 year program where they learn how to reintegrate into society. Well, domestic abuse survivors don't have that. We have temporary shelters, but that's not what we need. We need something to help us learn how to reintegrate, get our mental health back and everything, because just because we're safe doesn't mean we're okay. You know, it took me a long time and a lot of healing to get where I am, you know, so that's what I want to do. Project Hope is a big, inspiration for what I want to do for domestic abuse survivors. So
amazing. Now you say you are the perfect what if, example to all of us. Now, what if you actually do succeed? Now,
there is no what if. This will succeed.
There you go. I'm saying that.
There is no what if.
You see, now, so I listen carefully. I'm sure our friends did too, right? As much as you give, you're humble and you're kind with your words and praise for others who helped you. It's you that's changed, Crystal. It's you that's, become more confident in yourself, more determined.
Yeah.
That's you and I know each other well enough, Crystal, to know that. So when you started on here, you had a different narrative, different story completely, right? But you've managed, but you have found yourself, and now you do things with certainty, with knowing. That's part of achieving our bold idea, right? When you know, and that's what I just said, right? I love this word. And how far you can go, and you're pushing the boundaries today. Again, for all of us, look around you. Look at your industry. Look at your niche. You find that there's no boundaries. There's no boundaries for what can be achieved. The only thing that maybe I can guarantee for all of us is that there is space for us to do something different and better. Clearly you found that in domestic violence, domestic abuse support services, Crystal.
Oh, I took my pain and turned it into purpose, because what I'm building is what I needed when I got out. And, if I had it, I would still have my children. And I don't want other families to go through what I went through, which is why the name is M&A, Mackenzie and Alexis Phoenix Foundation. That's my daughters.
Right. So
that is what it stands for. And it's what I want to do. It's my passion, and I will accomplish it. By my birthday, the nonprofit, the virtual, will be set up. I will have the MPO, which is August.
Awesome.
And within 2 years, the first location will break ground to build the first sanctuary.
Yeah.
Those are my goals, and I will achieve them. I have a great support system between LinkedIn and YouTube and everything. And I have the drive. And what I don't know knowledge wise, I have a great team behind me that does. We all have, you've heard me say before, we're all a puzzle piece. And when we all come together, we build a beautiful puzzle. And that is what is coming. Yes.
Are you a musician with all those guitars behind you?
I'm a singer. I'm learning guitar. The acoustics are mine. The electrics are Matt's.
You want to do something for us? Just 15 seconds. Come on. I'll sing with you. I love to sing.
Oh my God. Okay.
We can sing something for the kids.
Well, the song that came to mind really quick, just a couple of bars, is an old Bette Midler song that I've always loved to sing. The Rose. I sing it in 8th grade chorus a lot.
I love that song.
Go on then. We give you the stage.
It'll be cathartic. Come on, girl.
Some say love, it is a river that drowns a tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger and endless aching need. I say love, it is a flower, and you, it's only seed. That's all I can remember.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
I applaud you.
Now I'm it's in my head. I'm some say love, it is a river.
Yeah. You have a beautiful voice yourself. Helena and I have actually been working together because I've been getting back into songwriting and everything, and she's really good with Suno. We put together some songs with the music that I'm actually, when I get back from vacation, going to be recording me doing the vocals. So
that's fine. It's just fine. That's joy.
It starts from you saying you're a singer, Crystal. Again, I think it's a list of things in life that matter, my friend. When you say you are.
I won beauty pageants when I was a kid for singing.
Yeah, we can get ourselves to say we are something. We are that guy, that girl who does that, right? Or begin to put the work in. The results we want surely come to us. Again, I'm looking at one of your friends' comments. Instead of business, I created a private club. I can engage and solve problems easier than and this was 24-hour club transits. And I say that literally, if you say you're something, you can create and you can make it happen. A lot of people don't want to say they're something. They say they're everything. They hide behind something, everything, apart from being that one thing that they truly are. Be that. Dare to dream, dare to do, and then you become, right. When you become, then you get. Who you be is what happens in your life, my friend. It's not rocket science. Crystal, you're a star. You're an inspiration to all of us. Auntie Joy, don't feel like talking. Come on, talk. Come on, talk, Auntie Joy. So I'm so glad you're here. I welcome all of you. Now, Crystal, thank you so much. There's we can learn from you. So I said that you are showing that how it can be done, and that it can be done by all of us. It really can be. And again, of course, I love the work you do because I think it's necessary. because domestic violence is a ridiculous problem that humanity seems to itself, and tackling it is the biggest. It's a big, it's a global issue. How does anyone tackle that issue? You're doing it, Crystal. So good for you. And I say, we're right behind you. That's why I support the work you do every time. Thank you so much.
Real quick, Miss Joe, please send me a connection request on LinkedIn if we are not connected already. And I love you all, but I do actually need to pack for my said vacation.
Let's bring a hot bikini, girl. That's all you need.
Oh no, honey, I'm gonna get that down there. I'm going home. I'm packing light because I plan on shopping at Sawgrass Mall. I live in the middle of nowhere, Missouri. So I'm going home.
Does Amazon not deliver there?
Oh, they do, but honey, I grew up in Fort Lauderdale.
It's okay. Have a great time.
Yeah, have a great time indeed. Oh, I missed the comment. I was going to put it on, but I missed that now. I don't know where it is.
Which one? Was it one of mine or one of yours?
Telling Joy to come up, please.
What's this one?
Caucasian Sasquatch is one of my good friends. He actually does a lot of not political, but like he likes to do talks about how government and police and everything are not necessarily screwing up, but like he likes to bring attention to what's going on in the US and stuff. He's a pretty good guy. He's a really good friend. Awakened by the Looking Glass is my friend Misha. She actually has a chapter in here as well. But yeah, a lot of, yeah. And I did, like I said, I did post all of the channels on mine so that we could get the subscribers up for everybody. It's kind of shocking to me that I have more YouTube subscribers than you do. I've got 420 something.
Really?
And you've only got 135. We've got to fix this.
No, 160 I'm getting to now. 106. I'm doing well compared to where I was 6 months ago. I'm doing 150. I'll take it.
Yes, but
bit by bit,
me sharing the channel and streaming like this with you, we should at least be able to get you up to about 200 by the end of the day.
Yeah, do that, and then I'll forever be grateful, and I'm grateful already anyway. Like I'm saying, look, if you're on our YouTube channels, mine or Crystal's, please like
hit the like and subscribe
this video first of all, and then also comment if you can, say something, and subscribe to our channels. We need also subscribe.
Yeah.
Not very long when I'll be at the 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
That we need.
When I get back, we need to have a talk privately, because if you have a mod on your actual YouTube channel, they can post links and things like that to share out for you in the chat. But we'll talk about that.
I'm always keen to learn. So by all means, let's talk about it. So Mrs. Sasquatch, and I say, of course, thank you for your kind words.
Yes, he's a great guy.
Do you need the voice of God? I'm sure you need the voice of God, but I think it's more your voice with confidence, your voice with purpose, your voice with intention to do good. That's what's going to influence others. That's. I'm sure you mentioned. I don't want people to go away from here thinking you have to be religious to have that voice. Of course you don't. You just have to be you with a strong direction and a strong sense of purpose. And if you do good, people will listen to you. That's how life really works, right? Thank you so much. There's a few more of your friends. Baby Pikachu, a strange name.
Baby Pikachu does a lot of game streaming. So
and the Pikachu. What's that game called? I'm sure I've got it.
Pokemon.
No, Pokemon Go. That's what I'm
yes.
I don't play as much as I used to. But Keisha says, congratulations, Crystal. May the force be with you, your dreams and endeavors for sure. Have a safe trip, David.
Thank you. And Awaken just subscribed and commented onto your channel.
Excellent. Like, subscribe, my friend, while you're there. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you for being there. You know, Michael says, truthfulness is the foundation of all human virtue. Yes, for sure. Without truthfulness, all the other virtues are unattainable. I agree. You know, this is the same applies to the conversation. Of course, it does. I think that if we don't turn up in honesty and truth, Margaret talks about this at the beginning, right? We'll get found out. You know, we have to turn up, you know, and almost do everything you do with the right intention, as you know, with your best intentions, with your best abilities. See, we can't learn if we don't put ourselves wholly into situations, into things we do. Do things by half, you learn nothing. Do it your full intention, you learn something. At the very least, more often than not, you get it right, and then you learn to do it again, right? That's how life truly works.
Yep.
Thanks so much, Crystal. Let's hear from Joni, then I want to hear from William before his internet cuts off. I'm hoping it doesn't cut off though. Yeah, I'm hoping. Joni, how you doing?
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
P. Willis and the Mets.
I forgot about you too.
That's you, bro. That's you. All right. I'm not ever gonna forget that. It makes my heart so happy.
You never escaped that, William.
Handsome grown man, and
you never escaped that, William. Sorry about that. I didn't write it. You did, right?
I think you gotta laugh at yourself. It just. Oh, I love it. Love it. So I think breaking through some type of community that works for you is incredibly important in the process of enlightenment. And I truly do believe that's why so many of us connect here, because we were meant to connect here, and we were searching for something. And I think so many of us, a lot of us are authors. A lot of us have pretty progressive ideas on how to be better humans. And so we found each other, and that's a really wonderful thing. And there's plenty of other communities out there that don't exactly understand our philosophies. And that's okay. That's okay. But it is interesting that somehow we were all able to find each other and come from all corners of the world, and some of us more outspoken than not. And speaking of that, we have not heard from Harold in a while. So if anyone knows if he finally lost his battle, then we would all love to make sure he's okay. And so if anyone has any insider information. Harold, it's like Gaboski, but he's been in hospice, but he came to so many of our events. And so anyways, no one's heard of him for like a week. And so it's a bunch of us were just trying to find out. But yeah, so no matter what's going on in your life, like I will support you. I'll just be your friend, because I'm not like judgmental even slightly. Like that's like so far beyond who I am. I mean, I definitely think the real part of humanity is like being truthful and being able to be who you are. And I really appreciate all different walks of life. But yeah, I've made many mistakes myself. I'm not even slightly perfect. I mean, like, I'm kind of funny, but that's just because I just like find it good to give myself a good laugh. and that's it. But honestly, my kids don't think I'm funny, so. But yes, I dislike the word authentic because it's like so overused, but it's such a great word for really just be who you are and find your crew, and then I promise you will feel more empowered to find like a career or whatever you are drawn to. Because up until 3 years ago, I didn't podcast. I didn't ride a motorcycle. I didn't sing in a band. I didn't do any of that shit. But like something in me was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it, and even if it sucks, like at least I'm trying it, and I don't care if people think it sucks because it's about me. But yes, and so, anyways, there are plenty of supplementary activities you can do for our writing group. For ghostwriting, blog ghostwriters, medical writing, content writing, screenplay writing, grant proposal, technical writers, business writers. There's so many of it out there that is available, and they just hire for like one project and it's maybe $100. So that's like just a little tip of the day if anyone's feeling like overwhelmed with bills and you're just like because I felt that way, believe me. I have like a roommate living with me and my kids right now, so we're doing well. And yeah, so just wanted to tell everyone that this community, it wasn't by chance.
You're right, Joni. Of course you're right. Like, nothing's by chance, right?
No.
Nothing. I think is realizing that So Coach David and I are talking. So we're talking on Friday about the prophecy, your prophecy, the fact that we are almost here by divine. By some divine force. We're meant to be. That's why we're here. We're not here by accident. We're here because it is part of what the universe and the gods have in store for us. Again, I mentioned
dark force.
No, I think it's more.
Oh, you just didn't get it. You didn't get it. That was multi-layered, okay?
I'm not that smart, Jody. Come on now, keep it simple, right? I was in his little brain.
It was like Star Wars and the
yes. All right, I'll leave that with you. So Kim, thank you for your kind words. I enjoy your energy, Joe. Keep doing new things. It's true. So we should. Say that another one of Crystal's friends. Welcome, awakened.
Doesn't enjoy wind therapy. It's the best feeling in the world. And I'm if I go slow, sometimes I do take off my helmet. I'm sorry, it's not advisable, but how your ponytail whip behind you, you're just like, hell yeah.
That's a motorbike person. I know my new clients, he rides motorbikes. Big bikes.
I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, there's motorbikes that
I fear that I might end up under a car.
No. You just go in a country setting and you ride something automatic or electric. Like it doesn't have to be like a Harley.
Anyway, let's come back to our
It doesn't have to be what P. Willis would have chosen.
Baby Pikachu says, as my dad would tell me, be the change you want to see in the world. Truly, be that change, right? We can be. We are the ones we are that change. But only if you tell yourself, like Crystal, that you are that person. It's not just Crystal. So no, Joan, I think you're right. Like minds stick together, right? Our community is full of people who are like us.
Many have clicked on and off throughout our podcasts, and you know, really never to be seen again. They just didn't identify with whatever was being you just talked about at the time, and that's totally okay.
Yeah,
and so instead we just found like a group of really great people that, as I said, we're going to go in an RV together and do some college tour.
Do a tour around the world. You've been saying that for a couple of
Only
years.
if Pete Willis comes. That's it. All right, now I'm zipping my lips, and Pete Willis can come on.
It was not right with me. I feel safe enough to ride without a helmet, but since Dad died on his bike, it's hard for me. Understand, Crystal? that I definitely understand. You know, where am I? So Natalie, yes, on a great event this evening. Thank you, Natalie. You're too kind. Love your words. Right, Mr. William, how have you been? I haven't seen you for a while.
Hey, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while, Annie. It's like I'm not used to this new. I was used to the audio room, and this one is quite different for me. Yeah, so I saw the topic, and funny, I was discussing this with somebody today. You know, this year I had just one goal, to have No Human is Useless annual conference. And it was scary because I didn't know how this is going to happen. It was very scary. But I decided to put it there. Why not? And guess what? Like now people are reaching out to me. Hey, can we do this in Spain? Can we do this in South Africa? And I'm like, wow. So when the idea came, it was very scary because I've never done this before. I didn't know how to go about it. It's my first time. And if I said that, oh, this is new to me, it's not achievable, let me just let it go. Now I've seen progress. Yesterday I went to a company, a very big, one of the biggest companies in Ghana. Look, I just went there, I sat down. Hey, I want to do this. I've been through this depression. I showed them, I have my book, eight times bestseller. I've been on the front page of Ghana's #1 weekend newspaper. I want to get this conference done. And because I showed them all these things, they were like, come on, this is amazing. We will support you, you know. But when I had this idea, I had no means of getting this done. I don't know where I was going to get funds to do this. But once I put it up there and said, no, I want this. I really want this. This is just one goal. It is just one goal, so it's achievable. I put it up there, and then now I've seen progress. And when I saw this topic, I was like, wow, what if, because of this, how scary it was, I said, no, I can't do this. Let me just keep this down. I wouldn't get this far. Okay. And one funny thing, when I was planning this, I said, I want like 250 people in an auditorium. So we have this. Then guess what? The following week, I was able to gather 1,000 young minds. I stood in front of them and I spoke to them. 1,000. I'm like, oh, okay. So if I've been able to gather 1,000, then I can do 2,000 for my conference. You know, so I have learned that I don't need to think very small. I need to be wide open, because if I do it that way and keep pushing it, it is definitely going to happen. So I believing in it, having a belief in what you're doing is the key. You know, today I took my car that I wanted branded No Human is Useless. And it's because I believe in this. I believe in No Human is Useless right now, that I'm putting my all in it. Regardless, if nothing comes out, I'm just doing it. So I'm just going to brand my car with No Human is Useless and move. So just to add to this topic, I just want to say that just believe in it and just do it. If you do it and you feel nobody's going to beat you, nobody's going to arrest you for you not being able to achieve what you said you wanted to do. So just when it comes up, just put it up there and push for it. Help is always going to come. Help is always going to come. So that's what I want to contribute to this, Annie. And thank you so much for the love you've shown. Oh,
yeah, I have to hope. No Human is Useless. That's what it looks like, my friends. I've got my copy to the gold badge on it. Can't see it very well, but so you can see that gold badge there, right? No, there. You know, that's
what he looks like, guys. He looked like that.
And Annie, let me say this. Let me say this again. Proud to this topic. You know, like for people who are new here, when I wrote this book, I said I'm going to get a bestseller in 5 years' time. And just in a year, I met Annie, and that 5-year dream has happened. You know, so please believe in yourself. Just do it. Just do it. Today, if I go anywhere, I just have to show my report that hey, my book is bestseller, and it looks like nobody, people in Ghana don't get this achievement. So when I put it up there, they were like, "Wow, really? We want to
Maybe
help you."
because you're
So
copywriting
just believe in
Nike.
yourself and keep pushing. Thank you so much, Annie.
You're copywriting Nike right now, so you might get sued. I don't know, but we wish you luck.
You're too funny. No,
we love you,
William. Thank you so much. And look, of course, if you don't have that belief in yourself, William, why would the world believe you? Everything comes from that belief, that self-belief. First of all, that's where it all starts. And as William just told us, with that self-belief, you can open doors, literally. Doors you never thought you'd ever walk through suddenly become accessible. There's people that you'd never thought you'd get through to. Journalists and people don't understand. He said people don't understand the bestseller in Ghana. Most of them can't get the Amazon books in Africa, sadly. So I'm sure that many of the concepts that we take for granted, it's new to them. But I think Williams proved that you can literally start from wherever you are and still get to where you want to get to. That's not by chance; it's by intention. This is a theme that has been said all the way through today. That intention to do something. That's without that you go nowhere. I mean, would you get in your car and start driving to nowhere? I wouldn't. I know where I'm going. I need. There's always one, right?
What are you talking about? Yes, like
no,
just like
you need a clear destination. I have to know where I'm going before I get going.
Journey in a car is getting lost.
My friends, there's a problem if you're heading anywhere, then anywhere is your destination. That's not how it works. You have to know where you're going.
Here in the U.S., you could get a car and drive one direction and end up at an ocean.
Yes.
Period. Yeah, you end up somewhere.
It's fun. You got to see weird things and then maybe be inspired, especially as an artist. You're just like, whoa, there is a sunflower field an hour from my house.
Having no plan is a plan.
That's
exactly true, girl.
As William is talking about, as Crystal mentioned, as everyone who's been here today has mentioned, clarity of our goals is where this starts.
I know, that's why it don't matter who takes them. Right?
Our broad idea comes from being very clear what we're trying to get to. And then once we commit to it, so we learn and things suddenly happen and we think, or people think we're lucky. No, it's not luck. It's our divine power. Like I said earlier, it's our prophecy. It's our destiny. It's for us to see. It's for us to see the opportunities and take them. And a lot of that comes from preparation, my friends. And this is the point I want to make. We have to prepare for what we say we want. We'll learn. We'll make the friends we need to make. We'll do the things we need to do. We'll become that person who achieves that. Who you be is the question that we always ask.
Real quick. So, I listen to podcasts all the time. That's how I fall asleep. I really love spoken sound, and so I was listening to a podcast featuring Nikki Glaser, and I don't know if you know who she is, but she's she's a podcaster, but I think she's hosted Golden Globes or Oscars or something this year. She's a very famous comedian, and she was talking about how she really has so much anxiety about like preparing. And so sometimes she goes out and wings it. And she's like, you know what? Every time I prepare, it goes better. Every time. And I understand that mentality because I like to go out and wing it. Like, I just like to. And it feels more natural to me, and like talking and blah. And it's part of my like ADHD. But I found that really interesting, that someone of such a high echelon in this realm was really open about preparing, really did her well. And she still doesn't do it a lot of the time. So I was like, okay, power to you, girl. So anyways, that's
it's a weird one for me because, again, I've done enough events. It's not winging it. It's not, and I know what I know. I know what I'm going to say within reason. And for today, for example, I made notes. I did my research. Of course, I can just talk, right? But I guess I want to learn as well as talk. That's why I prepare. So no, I was thinking, right, what am I going to learn?
How many of us have been in those boardrooms that are PowerPoint, red, and you're just like, okay, I'm out now. Does anyone remember any of this? I don't.
You see,
when you prepare, it's like, I think when you prepare, it's almost like setting a script. Like you can only prepare so much, but in human, just true human form, there will be things you cannot prepare for.
Yes.
Like there's gonna be something that is gonna come out of left field. So for me, I really just like the surprise. This is what you get.
No. So even though I got my notes for today, again, the preparation is what helps
and
you.
I destroy your notes every event I join.
Yeah. This
right. You see the right? He said right. You see that?
Yeah. The point of preparing is
we have to remember he lives in a house with 2 kitchens.
The point of preparing is not for me to come across as some sort of genius. It's for me to know. But I think the same again, William knows his stuff. He knows what he's talking about. Now, those who prepare just to know. So today, when I started my show, I had a choice, right? After
no, you didn't have a choice.
Who spoke first? Professor Roxana, right? I was thinking, do I let her talk and then do my points at the end, or do I just build it in? By the time Margaret spoke, I was like, I'm just going to add my script into the conversation naturally because I know what it is. I know what I've learned, right? Mm-hmm. I think that this is the same. We're trying to achieve our bold idea. We need to learn and learn properly, learn to know rather than just learn to regurgitate. Are you okay?
I don't think that what you do is necessarily the definition of preparing. I think that what you do is probably that whole mindset, manifest, like set intention. I think there's a big difference in setting intention and preparing. And I've been engaged with you enough after hours, before hours, during hours. You do a lot of manifestation and intention setting.
Yes. Which again, that's by design, right? That's the way I like to work. Again, there's mindset coaches out there, and they say I'm not one of them, but I learn. I take the chance to learn something every time. Today I suddenly realized that my real intention was to learn about something called Lead the Field. It's a book. I read it many times before. It didn't make sense to me at all. It made sense as much as I knew it's a book. I know what's in it, right? Only today they actually begin to unpick it. I think, what is it really saying? Again, many times you read a book twice. The first time you read it, you think, oh, it's all right. Second time you think, wow, I didn't say that last time. That's the way I tend to look at these mindset topics. You know, I do look at them with intention to learn something that I didn't know before. And today, you know, today's work. So it's just gonna.
We can have topics though that we could like repeat 100 times, and it always be a new conversation.
But you also learn something new every time. Think of that. You know, every time you look at something, you know, because you're a different. You need a different mind space. You know more from yesterday than you knew yesterday. You know. You know, and you know, for that reason alone, so no, I'm always willing to. I have to look at things. I guess maybe because you know we're in a global audience that's gonna, you know, this thing that's gonna last forever as a recording somewhere, right? So I have to make sure I know what I'm talking about as within reason. Anyway, let's talk about you, Michelle. Your greatness awaits you. Your greatness is on its way. How are you building your authority in your field, Michelle?
Say that again.
How are you building your authority? How are you building your influence?
I just be me. I take no shit. I don't let people push their opinion onto me. I walk in my authenticity. And more importantly, when I show up, I got a whole God blessed binder of receipts to back up my words.
That's to learn from, right? You know, binder of receipts, you know, experience.
And I carry burner phones. Sorry.
Real experience, you know, that you can share with people. That all counts, right? We all count.
I think that it's important. You have to, like, a lot of people think that people want friends. A lot of people think that people desire these clicks and all. And for me, it is, I have to stand true to myself, who I am, where I've been, and where I'm going. And where I do wholeheartedly believe that it is going to take me building my team to my vision to make it manifest. People don't understand that as much as I don't love their unsolicited advice, I'm going to do it my way. And I think that my struggle daily is that reminder that LinkedIn met me not even a year ago. Everything I've been doing, I have the receipts to prove for well over a decade. And I didn't come to LinkedIn to make professional relationships to get farther with what I'm doing. Like, I'm doing really good by myself and bringing in who needs to be brought in accordingly. And I think that I've had to learn to give grace to the unsolicited advice.
Yeah, no, you can ignore most of it, I'm sure.
No, I don't ignore it. I literally do listen. It's just, it's not for me. Like, and it's not to say I listen because maybe like it will work for somebody else and it's something I can offer somebody else as an insight later. But it's just for, like, people really get offended when you unconnect because you're not aligning in collaboration, or like they give you marketing advice. You're like, yeah, no, that's not for me. Like, they get real pissed.
Well, leave them to it. And I think Coach David said earlier, you know, feedback is important. Of course, getting feedback, but I think we have to be very discerning in how we analyze and use that feedback. You know, there's nothing worse than people who don't know your journey, who don't know what journey you're on, or you know, what your big idea, what your bold idea is, who have no idea at all. And they're quick to give advice. You know,
or they don't understand why you're very selective at who you share the intimate details with, or why you're like, you got to sign an NDA before we discuss this.
You know, look, only you know your journey. I think, you know, you have to have that confidence. So when you meet people who are opportunities for you to learn from, is to know that it's identified as opportunities. You know, knowing when someone can be a mentor, a trainer, even a coach. You know, so again, for our topic today, for example, you know, to achieve, you know, that what if, that bold idea, sometimes we need, you know, an entrepreneur coach, a startup coach, you know, even a business coach would do. I say, you know, we need even a life coach sometimes.
Mine came organically, unknowingly. I didn't even know what a life coach was when my very first life coach came in my life.
Yeah, no, so we have to open to learn from those that we can learn from. You know, that's part of our journey, to be fair, right?
Universal alignment.
Again, I think your point about being 10 years down the line before you start talking about your broad idea, that's important.
I've been working on it's been about 12 years. We have been licensed, like incorporated license almost a decade. But people on LinkedIn, when I be talking to them, they like kind of think I'm not incorporated, or like they don't think I'm like where I am. I'm just very private.
It's like you were born yesterday. It's like you're green around the gills. So that's what we call it in the UK. It's like you literally were born yesterday. But no, again, I think it's to accept all our bold ideas will likely take years to accomplish. And the whole point of today's conversation is to factor those years into your journey, and then realize that you need some sort of authority to overcome them. Go, please, me. Go.
So they say I don't know. Research says it's 6 months to monetize on a really solid platform for podcasting. So you really have to have the dedication to.
And that's 6 months producing. That's not the year.
Oh no, that's not the year of figuring yourself out and enjoying this. And then you're like, oh, I actually like to do this. I'm like fairly okay. And then you're like, oh, now where? And so it does take a long time and strategic planning. So Annie, I know you would like that word, strategic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you would.
I think leading field says 5 years to go to be top of your whatever the industry you're in.
Oh, wow. I missed the boat on some of that in sales.
In any field. That's what we can achieve. Put our minds to it and learn, and that's all the things that we talked about today.
Well, and open to new ideas, right, Annie? Always open to learning.
I'm also open to failing, open to things not going right. Things going wrong, and that's learning.
The only time failure is only when you quit.
Yes.
It's a lesson every time you pick yourself up and go again. It's not a failure.
Yeah, you're just like, hello, okay, we're doing
that
it
part.
again.
Like it's not until you stop getting back up that you can say it's a failure.
I agree entirely. Again, it's just a chance to learn, right? When it goes wrong, it's a chance for us to learn something, and that all takes time. But more important, I think it takes the mindset. I'm fascinated by that.
Natalie not up on the stage.
I think it takes kindness.
So wise. Natalie is such a great human.
Who?
Natalie. She is.
She's our comments moderator. So
I know, but I want to talk to her. But okay,
I think it takes kindness for yourself and kindness with others through the journey. And it's because there's a lot of times that you'll come to impasses where you got to make a decision to maybe align with somebody or not align with somebody. You don't want to hurt feelings, but you also got to remember your feelings matter too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my bestie Margaret could talk about that for sure.
Yeah.
But honestly, I really do agree. I think it's like some sort of patience you develop. And you just are, okay, well, this is my vision, and I really do hope that it works, but I am like,
you have to, if it doesn't, like, backup thought?
Yeah. Do I have a backup?
Like, because for me, I don't never think, don't raise statistics like, oh, well, it may not work. Like, I've never thought that. Like, it won't work.
Yeah, I never feel that way. I feel like I might not make it like
what you envision.
Howard Stern. I mean,
you're better than Howard Stern.
I'm batting for
Oh my God, you are so much better.
I mean, well, I am cool ass fucking single mom.
I said it in the comments when you came in. I said the real ish is entered.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, guys like go out with me. They're like, you're too much. You're just
Oh yes, yeah. Guys can't handle us. Like girls like us can't.
I'm like, well, that probably means you have a small.
Yes, quite. I think.
I know. British people are
Look, I think having unshakable belief in yourself.
It's sexy too.
It's something that we have to practice. Something we have to definitely learn to do. Michelle,
believing in yourself is so sexy and liberating and empowering. To believe in yourself when nobody else believes in you is something in itself. And I've been there. Nobody believed in me, and I got up and I kept going.
Yeah. So again, I think, look, for the 3 points I would have made, if no one spoke today. So that's why I make notes, because in case no one speaks, no one comes on stage, I got to talk for an hour and a half, right? So that's mainly why I make notes. Here's the first thing I'll say. I think believing in ourselves, our attitude towards ourselves. Again, it's not that our greatest fear is not that we're going to fail. Our greatest fear is that we're genius beyond belief.
I struggled admitting when I couldn't do something. I had to find a space to be able to tell myself, it's okay, you can't do this. Look for another way.
Yeah. No, I'll take your kindness view. We need the kindness helps. How you treat others definitely helps. But I think that's really my second point. I think when it comes to believing in yourself, we need to work on radiating confidence and assurance. Joni, we have to expect success because that's how we get success. We can't have a moment of thinking, what if I fail? Of course, we all do. I'm saying the sooner you can banish those thoughts and think, of course I'm gonna succeed.
Hon, you know that I do not lack in the confidence. Okay, that's not me. But I do feel like there's doors that are open for some people.
Tony, you are those people. It's not just for other
really
people.
not.
Joni, it just means that the doors that get open for us are greater because we gotta wait longer.
You said the word there, Joni. That's a bit crazy, which is but. Don't say but. Never say but.
I will not say but anymore. I will just say.
And that's a great event, everyone on stage and who was on stage. So true. Right. The second thing I will say to anyone is prepare. Those who are outstanding, those who are great, those who we call lucky, they prepare for the opportunity. Whatever that sounds like, but they get themselves to a stage where they're so good at what they do that when opportunities come, they take them.
I think I spend all my moments preparing when it's like our 4 a.m. chats. It's the alone time because you don't know who you're going to meet in the elevator or walking on the street. And that's when you need to be prepared. And I think I manifest and set intention. I can't even say I do that before events. Today, I just jumped right in.
You need your elevator speech. Boom.
No,
what is
it? Coach David, if you want to say something before we go, you can do.
Yes, of course.
So I know, of course, you're on stage, so it's up to you. You can unmute and share with us your last thoughts if you're going.
He shared in the private chat that he wanted to share the last words.
Yeah, I'm saying, please feel free.
My internet has been acting up.
Always does. It's fine. we can hear you now. We can see you as well. So it's
okay. Can you see me?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Annie, for putting this together. Joe and Karthik, thank you so much. I just want to say the last words that it's about doing. Just start doing, and that's my last word to everyone. Just do it. Joe and Karthik, thank you for your energy. I love the last 30 minutes, 40 minutes thereabout. Enjoyed myself. My internet is acting up a little bit today, but let's just do it. And everyone who is alive in this world, there's no need for you to serve a small number of people. You got LinkedIn, you got Facebook, you got TikTok. and you have the grandfather of LinkedIn right here with us,
We
the
got
great
8
himself,
billion
and you have
people in the
wonderful guys
world, Mr. David.
like the Catalyst, Catalytic, and Joe, and a good network. So please go do it. That's my last counsel. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my
Thank you,
friend.
Joe. Thank you,
Joni
everyone.
and Michelle, please do join us for our show on Friday afternoon. We get to learn about this man's genius. Thank you so much, Coach David. You take care. You made my day by being here, by the way. Thank you so much. You know, look,
Oh wait,
right.
I do have a joke for everyone.
Go on in. Tell us. What's your joke?
It's not too dirty. It's not dirty. So
I didn't think it was.
I mean, yeah, what, you know me.
I was waiting for
Okay. Okay, it's not that dirty. Okay. So it's one of those bar jokes, like where like a rabbi, a priest, and a clown walk into the bar. And they sit down and the bartender comes over to them to ask them what they want. But he looks at them and he's like, "What? Is this a joke?" Double entendre. Double entendre. I hope everyone got that out there.
You're a lovely person, Joni. Right. Coach David, and then before you go, anyone else who's here as well, my friends, go in the comments on the event page after the event and comment, see comments that that resonate with you. Respond to some of them, and that's where you connect with people. So go to the event page, go to comments, find people that you want to connect with, send a connection request or just follow them. Yeah, that's Joni, Michelle. Find them.
not me, not Michelle.
Oh no, Michelle's a bit harsh on connecting with anyone. So let's
I
leave
do
that.
connect. It's intentional.
Okay, so she's like, okay, there's hope.
Joe, you are so in that list. So stop it. She knows she's in that list.
You two are murder.
She's there.
Right. Hold on. So let me do my number 3. My number 3, that what we need is something called intelligent objectivity.
You give me that every effing day.
Right.
Literally.
But we can do it for ourselves, right?
No, that's why I get you.
I think we can stand back and look at situations that we're in and think, what would a stranger say about the situation? What would they do?
I think you would have to care first, if what a stranger would say.
I know, I'm saying no, but ask yourself. Learn to look at things through a stranger's eyes, is what I'm saying to you. Then you realize that you have all the tools you need. And then you realize that sometimes, maybe you need to learn some more, right?
But what if you was that stranger and you're the one creating those things that didn't exist?
Well, then when you look through a stranger's eyes, you see things more objectively, more clearly, rather than us who are emotional beings, where we think, I know it all, or I don't want to do that because that's too scary.
Joni got what I said. I seen her eyes perk up. She got it, went over your head, and Joni got it.
I'm not looking at you, so it's all right. Right. No, my last real trick to find this authority and influence is learn about people. Everything's about people. Your bold idea is about people, the people you're going to serve. Now, to get there, you need to build a team, as Michelle said earlier. I'm saying everything's about people. You need partners, you need suppliers, you need people in your network.
I think it's important to have the flexibility that while you're learning about the people, you need to be willing to meet them where they are and not try to force them to be where you want them to be.
I agree, but I think it's more fundamental than that, Michelle. I think there's the simple ideas, right? No man can become rich without enriching others.
But it also depends on what your idea of rich is, because when you hear the word rich, more than likely, most people associate it into a financial term. And for me, there's no amount of financial wealth that would make me feel rich, because I've had money and I've been miserable.
Oh, girl, you're speaking my language. If someone could just let me out into
there's more wealth in who I surround myself with, and I have more wealth with the company I keep and what I create and manifest to give to the world.
That's all you need. I think the older you get, the less wealth you need.
I used to talk so much ish to my dad when he told me I had too many friends and you could count your friends on one hand. When I was like kid, I used to tell my man, "You shut up. You don't know. These are my friends. Where are these MFers now? Nowhere to be seen. In jail, in
Joni, I think you're no. Look, I think we need money. Let's know. The reason we don't have money, the reason you don't need money, because
I do. I have to send my kids to college. I said
money doesn't make you happy. I didn't say we don't need money. I said money does not.
It just doesn't matter to me. Like, I don't care about. Well, I don't care about Louis Vuitton bag or.
The more you say that, the less money you're gonna get. I'm trying to get you to stop saying.
But I don't want to.
Would you like not be in a relationship with your wife if you met her and there was no money? Would your wife or your husband, would that thought change if you was to meet them and the financial numbers didn't align with the thought?
It's not about that. It's not about that. I think people
like,
don't.
Does she make you laugh?
I think people don't realize that we talk ourselves out of the money we want.
No, I don't think that's true. I was rich too. I was really rich, and I don't like that feeling.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't care. I care about like sex, humor, empathy. There we go.
Money is more about money is more about people valuing you.
Seriously, no.
Yeah,
it's changed for me. It's changed.
Right.
I think when you lose things that money can't replace, you get a whole new definition of financial worth.
The reality then becomes that you're wishing yourself no money.
Then fine. My parents got money.
Yeah, that's where you're gonna be then, right?
I don't like I said, Annie, when you lose things that money can never replace, your alignment shift.
It does.
And I've lost things that no amount of money in the world is ever going to be able to give me back.
Michelle,
money is only currency. Now, on the one hand, you are talking as if it's everything. Money's not everything, right? It's a currency.
I just said the way you referenced it, most of your audience does believe it's everything.
It's not everything. Of course, it's not everything, but we need money. I say, and
it's hard to get. It's hard to get at
square. It is not hard to get. $14 trillion a day circles this world.
This is a conversation that you're having.
Legally, Michelle. I mean, we're not going to go rob a bank.
No,
I feel like we'd be good at it though.
You see,
you could be like the cute little like.
No, that's not gonna work. Right?
We're not doing that.
No, I am we are not bank robbers.
All the things we're
not bank robbers, but maybe we'll dress up as ones for Halloween.
Okay. All the things we talked about, that have been intentional. And daring to have a vision and dreaming. Money is the same thing. I want everyone here to be financially free. But if
what
you
is your definition of financial freedom?
Have so much money that you don't need to even think about it.
See, but for me, financial freedom is like the rent's paid, my child is fed.
That's not financial freedom.
Those for me, that makes me feel financially secure.
That's not financial. Secure is not financial freedom.
Well, but I guess you got to live in a life where you've lost everything, have nobody, and you have to rebuild alone to understand that financial freedom isn't everything. Being able to wake up and hug your child, being able to wake up and be with your child with a roof over your head, those are the things that there's no amount of money that's ever going to give you any form of.
It's not about happiness through money. It's
about $100,000, Annie, after legal bills to make sure my children are safe.
Yeah.
There went my financial freedom. And I am perfectly okay not having that money and not having that safety net so that I can have like this dope ass personality that I can make fun of P. Willis and have you as a friend, Michelle's a friend, and I don't need to get new clothes all the time. I could sell them, which I do. I sell my clothes.
Girl, listen, thrift store shopping, you find some stuff, and then you fucking sell it so much more. I love it.
If you want to work, if you want to live worrying about money forever, good luck with that. I'm saying to you,
I know, but maybe that's your growing up, right?
Eh?
That's how you grew up.
What?
You grew up with that sort of nervousness.
No.
Joan is basically saying she grew up where money was never of an issue, a thought, a concern. So she's never had that mentality of needing to have that financial freedom because it's always been the silver spoon she ate. No,
that's like saying I grew up with my family had no education, so I must stay there. No, that's not.
No, she's saying you grew up not with the financial freedom, so that's why it's a different definition for you.
No, I'm saying flip it and give your kids a legacy. Now, be the next Rothschilds. Why not?
I have no desire to do that, but I am proud of you. I'm proud to be your friend. That's about it.
Dare to dream and dare to
I love both of you. I'm proud of both of you.
If you have a good idea, then the money will come.
Exactly.
Right, naturally, without you working too hard.
That's because you're a star, Annie.
No, you're the star, Joe.
You're the dope ass behind the scenes team.
You're the star.
Anyway, look, I've got through my 4 points, and then the people still here. So Dr. Leslie says, "Good point, Michelle." That's Natalie. Sorry, I missed that. Good point, Michelle. I think there was another one. Good point, Joni, as well. Look, of course, and as Dr. Augusta says, we'll have different realities. Will do. But never think money's not important. Yay.
Didn't say it wasn't important.
Excellent. I'm glad. So we agree then.
We agree. It's important.
It's like a smidge important. But
No,
I still want to be able to hang a poster of Marilyn Monroe on my wall.
Day, digitally, like if $14 trillion can circle this globe every day digitally, I don't want to hear we have homeless people and starving people because money's the issue.
But
all of our aid centers in Africa.
You can change that with money.
And I absolutely, you signed the NDA, and I am absolutely
you can change that. You can be philanthropy. Is that what they call it, right?
Okay, we don't want to make your stuff too political or anything. We absolutely love you and adore you, Annie. And
give money to charity to help the needy. Is what I'm saying.
We want to come to your 2-kitchen house.
Oh my gosh,
that's all we're saying.
What if me and you went together, Joe? He would die if he had to deal with us together.
Anyway, now Omar said it will be. Would you be the 3 on Zoom party? Session 6 in the fall. Call me Omar, because I was there last time. I flunked badly, but these two can definitely beat me, I'm sure.
Omar, we will talk about it. It really depends on where I'm at.
Well, we're really gonna just save up all of our money.
No, it's done remotely, but then I still need to be in the US to press the buzzer. It doesn't work otherwise. You two always win because you're nearer.
No, we'll come. I have passport.
My friends, we need to go now. Thank you so much, everyone.
Dr. Augustus.
Sorry for taking over this. Oh goodness. Sorry, Annie. We do love you very much.
Yeah, no, you're the star, Joni. You're the star, Michelle. No, you are.
I know we are. Get out of here. Go away.
Annie.
Oh, you make me laugh. Thank you so much, everyone. You truly made me laugh, right? And thank you for sharing your gems. We learn from you every time. Look, I got to show it to my room's on tomorrow. I want to talk about how to develop self-regulation of your emotions. So do join us for that as well. I'm sure you two always
run the other way. No.
That's not the answer. Bye.
Celebrate it with or without champagne or rum. Achieve success with Global.MEDIA.com.